Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early mornings, LALATE, the 6 a.m. edition. How are you? Wow, made it through half of the week. It's hump day. Wow. I'm so excited for you. In this video, I'm going to go over check and stimulus check items, the routing of the check, the delivery of the check, and the second stimulus package items that could be manifesting themselves in people's bank accounts this week. Really exciting news developing just today. So much happening overnight. And later today or tomorrow, we can also see third stimulus as well. I'm so excited for you. There's so much hitting across the board, whether it's the check or the second stimulus package. Let's get ready to rock and roll. The $2,000, the $600, the multiple stimulus checks. Well, Joe, hold your promise. You better hold your promise, Joe. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6 a.m. edition. I'm here, you're here, the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. And wow, what a day it is. We made it to the middle of the week, and we're almost, we're over the hump. We're just sort of, finishing the rest of, we're sort of, it's sort of like going over the top of Nancy's hair. Over the hump now, we're heading to the end of the week. I'm so glad you joined me on an easy, breezy, lighthearted 6 a.m. edition, 3 a.m. on the West Coast. If you did not catch EIDL on overnight LA at 1 a.m., you can still watch it. It's now archived on the channel. New show came out. And PUA or FPCUI have any questions about unemployment, it's now on the channel as well. So don't miss those. That was at 2 a.m. Meantime, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. This is a great channel. Gets you money. My focus is only getting you money. My focus is not reading you impeachment news or, all that type of stuff. You can go watch this somewhere else. That's sort of like, those things are happening. I know they're happening, but my job is to get you money. And I only have a certain amount of time in a day to record. So make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. And hit that alert button so you can alert when another video goes live, which is the one right after this. Meantime, if you've not joined, consider becoming a member by clicking the join link on this video. Become a Purple Power member or Purple Hawk or Calcino VIP. Get early access to videos before anyone else, also emojis, and additional fun facts and details could be delivered to you in the next couple days as well. Like a new there's a wonderful badge that also appears next to your name. So if you're seeing that with other people, that's why they have it. Meantime, over here in the side is a instant premiere. As an instant premiere, you can chat with your Purple Power buddies while this video debuts. And the chat is open to everyone, so you can chat along. And if you see someone say, can you send me some Bitcoin links and text me for a hack? That's a scammer. You press the report button next to that person and report them. They're generally on the overnight LA videos because they are overseas. They are not US people. They are overseas telling you to, wire the money to Antarctica. So report them with that little link next to their name, especially if they're impersonating me, because I'm not telling you to WhatsApp you ever. That's not me. And with that, that's so much breaking across the board. I'm so excited for you. Let's get right into rock and roll. And now, here's the breaking news. The breaking news is that by now you should probably start to receive your stimulus check if you've not received it. IRS is now indicating that the $600 stimulus check should land in people's mailbox or land in their direct deposit by around the 15th. And that if you don't get it, that there's something else that happened. By all accounts, I think that is a loose number, the 15th. So I would not call that a swift deadline or strict deadline. But if we're seeing that you don't get it by around the 15th for yourself, then you certainly have an issue. And you can claim that on your tax return as basically a tax refund. It is quite an interesting issue. As we get closer to the 15th, we will see if a lot of viewers still have not gotten the check. I think there's about 50% of the viewers have still not gotten the check as we sit here today. And of those, 100% of them did the tracking on irs.gov for transcripts and saw it was not mailed out to the January 6th. So the question is now by the 11th, by by the 12th, by the 13th, by the 14th. Why are people still not getting the check? That's the big issue. And so we will see around the 15th, and we just sort of see a big drop of checks suddenly showing up. Electronic receipt or a beige envelope or a white debit card envelope as well. $600 for individuals, $1,200 for married couples, $600 for the children, nothing for the adult dependents. You're fixed in the Cash Act, which is now part of the third stimulus package. More about that on the video right after this. All right, so what else is happening today? Well, what's happening today is really sort of the countdown to see what's in the third stimulus package. And I want to sort of pair the second stimulus with the third stimulus because I've never done this before. I want you to understand what getting something under second stimulus, Trump stimulus, Mar-a-Lago stimulus, how does that sort of impact you for third stimulus? So let me go over those details right now. The stimulus check you get in the second stimulus, the $600, will be paired with the third stimulus. Why? Because Joe Biden says he's going to put Cash Act into the third stimulus package. So he's going to give you $1,400 on top of your $600 stimulus check, provided you actually get it. Then you're telling the IRS or the tax return, I didn't get either, so give me $2,000. I mean, can you imagine? That's the intended result. Next, at $2,000 for individuals, double that for married couple, and $2,000 for children, $2,000 for adult dependents. It's to bring you to $2,000. So if you got nothing, you're to get $2,000. If you've got $600, you get an additional $1,400. If you're adult dependent, you got nothing, that's $2,000. I'm now referring to it as the $1,400 bill for a very clear reason. You see why, is we now see a lot of people that may not get a stimulus check, even though they qualify for a stimulus check. It's like, where is the stimulus check? So I'm only referring to as the $2,000 Cash Act bill, which is now going to be part of the third stimulus package. All right, the next thing that sort of causes a little bit of contrast is the FPUC under second stimulus and the FPUC under third stimulus. The FPUC under second stimulus goes from December forward at $300 a week. It also, second stimulus extends UI and PUA to March 14th. What will third stimulus do? Well, that's sort of a big issue of the contention. Viewers don't think he's going to do it retro, even though he promised retro back at $600 a week back to July 25th and then forward. There is nothing else paid during that period of time for FPUC, so this is sort of an easy discussion. But viewers do think he will do FPUC forward at a bigger number than $300 a week and further than March 14th. I agree exceptionally. So Joe, I think, is probably going to extend UI and FPUC and PUA past March 14th, probably to about June. And then I think he's going to extend, he's going to change the FPUC from $300 to a bigger number. Viewers think it's $600. I think it could be $600 as well. Then what else? EIDL is causing a lot of confusion because EIDL under second stimulus is one thing and EIDL under third stimulus is another thing. Let me explain why this is so confusing. SBA is currently being had by a Trump appointee, Javier Carranza. She's gone in just a few days. She's the core of many of the problems. Well, she's the core of why I'm successful, because I had to figure out how to fix her problems. She had problems left and right. She caused problems for viewers left and right since April. I was making 700, 2,000 videos on her problems and her errors to help viewers figure out how to get point A to point B. She's going to be gone in a few weeks. So second stimulus, which is Trump stimulus, Mar-a-Lago stimulus, has in there two types of EIDLs. Both for grant and both for loan. Neither of them have yet gone live in complete capacity under second stimulus. And we're just a few days away from third stimulus. So this is really weird. It's very, very, very weird. Then we have Biden stimulus, third stimulus, which proposes to fix everything for everyone and pass EIDL to fix it as well, forward EIDL to fix it as well. So, I mean, I could sit back and just say, don't worry about EIDL under second stimulus, it's going to get fixed, but I'd rather not. Why? Because last Friday, she put agricultural for ranchers and farmers live on her side for just loans. And you and I know how EIDLs work. You apply for one application for loan and grant, but if you get that loan application in, then you're first in line for the grant when the grant reopens. So I would not want agricultural and ranchers who really need the grant to sit around and wait for the grant to appear. I would rather have you get that streamlined application, which is the same one for the grant, in now. If you get the loan, don't accept it just yet. If you don't want it, wait for the grant. And then if you get the grant, then you grab the grant. So she's causing a lot of confusion for viewers. And I think this confusion hopefully will be sort of sorted out when the new SBA head comes in. There was a joke, during the summer last year, everyone thought I should be the SBA head. And people talked about you would be a really good SBA head. And, they had, placards on the side of freeways. LALATE would be a very good head of SBA. And, they had me on the side of planes. LA would be a good head of SBA. That'd be good. No, I am not your next head of SBA. I just hope she does everything correctly, unlike Javier Carranza, who did everything incorrectly. PPP has now gone live. So that's going to look a little strange under Biden because there'll be another PPP under Biden. I don't know why they did PPP under second stimulus and they're going to do it again on a third stimulus. How is it going to be different? How bigger is it going to be? It just all looks sort of weird, but it's going to get repeated again. And hazard pay. There is no hazard pay under second stimulus. At least this one's clear. So will there be hazard pay under third stimulus? He says it will. There's no SSI and SSDI under first stimulus. Under second stimulus, there is under third stimulus. And then, all the things that you wondered about, like multiple stimulus checks, they're certainly not under second stimulus. They could have been. They were rejected as there were many times that we had the offers on the table from certain people like the problem solvers for multiple stimulus checks under second stimulus package. We didn't get it. So will they be under third stimulus? We really don't know. And so what I want you to understand is that you really, really need that pen and paper that I say every day. Write it down on pen and paper. Second stimulus, and make the notes. Second stimulus, I want this, 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 this. You're unsure what you want, put a question mark on it. You really like it, put a star next to it. And you need to track what these things are. So when I say, hey, it goes live, you need to pounce as a purple hawk. Oh, you need to pounce. You can't sit back and just wait for the things to come out and then 7 days later apply, because the funds will be gone. The funds will be gone. So you don't want to do that. You want to pounce as soon as the application comes live. Then you want to do the same thing for the second stimulus. You want to make a list, say, actually be third stimulus. You want to make that list and be ready to pounce. There's nothing worse than not knowing what things are in life. And there's nothing worse than seeing your neighbor get those things when you could have got to them as well. And you're like, you got that thing? What is that? I never heard of this thing. Well, I was watching LALATE, and every day he told me to watch for it, and he told me what it was. And as soon as it came live, I pounced. Why didn't you tell me about it? Well, So you need to be informed about it. If something's too confusing, because some of these things can be confusing, join me on Mornings LA, live chat, and I will answer your questions. Don't understand how you do a PPP. Don't understand how you do an EIDL. Don't understand how you do escalate benefits for unemployment. Reach out to me into one of the live chats and drop the comments. I had one person last night said, who are the financial banks that do PPP? They are Fundera, Fundera, Funding Circle, Blue Vine, Lendio, Cabbage. Other viewers have said, what date do I have to be in business to get an EIDL or a PPP? PPP is February of 2020. EIDL is about the same time. People say, I just started a business. Can I get anything? That's generally a no for EID on PPP. But these are sort of questions you need to ask now, because if you do get a no, there might be something else you are eligible for under all these things that I talk about on this channel. Ultimately, my goal is that you're eligible for a couple things. The more things you can get money for, the best. I always tell viewers, pounce and keep on pouncing. If you get $4,000 or $5,000 for one instrument on this channel, don't be satisfied. Go to the next one, because you may qualify for a lot of things. They may all be free grants, free money, and I want you to get as many as you can get them. And with that, join me next for the continuation of Early Mornings LA. If you're not subscribed, go to the front of the channel, subscribe. Hit that alert button, like this video, and consider joining, becoming a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. I'll see you at 6:30 a.m. for the continuation of Early Mornings LA. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay in LA for more.